what's up, everybody? Back for another round of Brews and Views, episode 38.
Yeah. Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All is good in the world. Or now, well, at least in my world.
Yeah. I was about to say, yeah, all is good.
Yeah. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Find that utopia.
I mean, I live in a constant bliss of utopia.
Oh, okay.
It's just how you choose to look at things, man.
I need to drink what you drinking.
It's not. It's
You lying.
you can't do what I do, man.
Because I don't stay in a constant bliss of utopia. I wish I could.
I don't feel that you do.
Most of the time I do, except for.
That's
Other than that, I'm good.
There's breaks when the utopia is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Kelly's over there. How you doing, Kelly?
Hi.
Yeah. So, right now I got a Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas City, Missouri. Dark Truth Imperial Stout. Very strong. It's like a 9.6, I believe.
Dark truth.
Yeah, it's had a nice big head on it when it was poured.
Insert joke here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's I know these brothers probably wouldn't like it, but it's delicious in my book. It's right down my alley.
Yeah, it's a little dark for me. I don't like black beers.
It's not black.
That is black.
Like a Coca-Cola.
It's a racist comment, sir.
Look at his wife.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's still a racist comment. I mean, he likes what he likes, but it's still a racist comment.
Why is it racist?
What you got against black?
I just
Because
don't
I
like.
don't like
black beer.
It doesn't mean I don't like black people.
I think you need to clarify.
Moving on.
Fucking with Cliff, boy.
Yeah. I got
Like
a.
black folk throw racism in here and just insert racism right here over some damn beer.
Yep. All the time.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the first time that came up.
No, it's not. I
Again,
have.
look at his wife.
I mean, duly noted. He
Can
likes what he likes.
we move on to the beer?
Why don't you like blacks?
It's the color. It's not the people.
Oh boy.
For this reason right here, that's why.
Okay, I have a defrost doppelback lager.
I will not be judged.
It's,
No judgment. Remember, it's observation.
it's from Blue Mountain Brewery. It's actually a special release. They got a can. I mean, well, not can, bottle. It is 7.4%. It's a little darker than I was expecting.
Yeah, so you mean you wouldn't have bought it if you know it was that dark?
Nah, it's more of a red ale. I can do red ale.
Okay.
But I was thinking that it was gonna be a little lighter. But I could do red ale.
Red ale often.
Thank you. So, but it's pretty good. I mean, it tastes pretty much like a red ale. It's pretty good.
I'm not feeling that goat head on the label there. That's kind of demonic there.
Why is it demonic?
Huh?
Why is it
See,
demonic?
here we go.
What's
I'm
up?
just. Can I see?
We're good.
Goat heads is just it's a symbolism of something else.
That's who.
No. Symbolism.
We'll get in that later.
Okay.
Symbolism of what?
Huh?
Of what?
Baphomet. Look it up.
Stay off that road. Let's.
I'm a Capricorn. My symbol is the goat. I need to know
Oh,
these
there we go.
things. That's why I asked.
And I'm also drinking a whiskey sour.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good.
What you drinking, Cliff?
Heavy Seas, Loose Cannon.
Yeah, loose cannon, IPA, 7.2 0.25 ABV.
Mhm.
It's from Baltimore. I forgot the name of the brewery.
Heavy Seas.
There you go.
There you go.
And Jack Daniels.
Oh, of course.
You don't want to.
No.
Oh, but you're getting a drink tonight.
Well, they say this because in about an hour and a half it'll be my 43rd birthday,
Yes.
June 6th.
Yes. You getting over.
Turning 43. Well, it's getting old, but Justin, you're 3 years older than me, and
I'm not 3 years older than you.
you look 3 years older than me.
I'm not 3 years older
Watch
than you.
it now.
I am 3 months older than you.
There you go.
And in this corner.
Cliff here is 6 months younger, but acts 16 years older.
I can do that.
So when it's coming in, you was mentioning your neighbor saw a copperhead.
Mm-hmm. Animals are out because people were in the house all year.
Ironically, I have a story.
Uh-oh.
So I was going to change a windshield at this customer's house a couple weeks ago, and they told me the door was going to be open, the vehicle's going to be open, so I just got there, started working.
Right.
So the lady comes out around the front, and she says, "Excuse me, did you ring the doorbell?" It's like, "No, you told me it was going to be open. I just got started." She's like, "Okay, because I just stepped over a copperhead on a step." I said, "Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know."
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And she was like, "So my husband's on the phone. Do you think if I got you a shovel that you'd get rid of it?" I said, "Is it dead?" And she was like, "No, it's alive." I said, "Then, ma'am, certainly I cannot." And she was like, "Are you scared?" I said, "Yes, I am."
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. And she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll just go get my husband off the phone." I'm like, "Well, you should have just went and did that. This is his house.
Yeah.
He deals with all the."
Supposed to let her know that's not the service you're there
It's
for.
not. I'm here. I'm here to install a windshield, not get rid of copperhead snakes.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So. That's,
Yeah, no.
and he did. He got the shovel, went around the front. I heard him banging it, bang, bang, bang. He scooped it up and he walked around. He's got the shovel. The snake just laying over the shovel and shit. And he's like, "So you're like Indiana Jones?" I'm like, "Indiana Jones? I hate snakes." Man, I was cracking up after that. So, yes, sir, I do hate snakes.
Mm-hmm.
And so from like 2 weeks on, anytime I'm doing it, it's been messing me up. Cause I'm petrified of snakes. It's like one of the things I'm scared
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily scared of snakes if I see it. If it surprises me, it gets me.
It's terrifying.
Like when we had one at our old house, when I lifted up my grill cover, it was one sitting there. Scared the shit out.
So it climbed up on the grill under the cover.
It was under the
hiding
cover.
under the cover.
It was hiding under the cover. So when I lifted the grill cover, it was looking at me. Duh! Yeah, scared the shit out.
The time I got there was the second one there.
Yeah, I had two of them.
I know they provide
Some type of service.
some type of service and God's hierarchy of animals and things like that. But I just
All animals provide,
They do.
including us.
They do.
Yeah,
But
it's true.
fuck a snake, especially a copperhead. At least in Virginia.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but I know there shouldn't be no way in the world Noah put 2 mosquitoes on the boat. I'll tell you that.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why would he put mosquitoes on there? It's ridiculous.
Well,
Well, didn't mosquitoes are just brewing.
But he should let them drown.
I think he had bigger issues with running mosquitoes.
I think so.
Anyways.
Alright, oh god.
I think the mosquitoes is really the mission.
Yeah.
Well, first up, French Open.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the last week of it going on now, right?
Yeah.
Naomi Osaka. She's a very good young, up-and-coming star. I think she's won a couple major, or at least one major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's number 2 in the world, I think, right
Number
now.
2 in the world right now.
I think I have to look that up, but I think so. Okay.
Number 2. Who's number 1?
It's still
It can't be. She don't even play all the time. It's weird.
But she still wins when she does play.
Yeah. Well, Naomi Osaka, first, did she have a match before she put that letter out?
Yeah. Yeah, and then she gave a on the court. She gave a brief like interview statement type thing on the court.
You know, saying about mental health and athletes
Yeah.
and all that. So she and then she after that a couple days later she or day later or something like that she withdrew from the whole French Open.
Well, she said she didn't want to do the media. She skipped the media. It was mandatory for the French Open, and
Yeah, it's mandatory.
she skipped the media thing and said she didn't want to do it because of the anxiety or whatever she has. I'm not 100% sure what she has. And after that, they fined her, and she said she didn't want to become a distraction, but she doesn't want to do the media, so she just withdrew. She was like, I don't want to be a distraction on the tournament. I got to take care of my mental health, and she withdrew.
And I give her props for that. I
Yep.
mean, for one thing, from before we get into the mental health aspect of it, tennis is one of the most mentally draining. That's might be one of the top ones mentally draining sports out there.
Yeah. You don't have a coach.
You don't have a coach. You don't
Nobody is allowed to coach you.
There's no break.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas NFL, NBA, you got sit on the bench. You know, you got time to recoup, to sit down and chill, collect your thoughts and all that shit. Fucking tennis is back and forth constantly. You're hitting good shots. Somebody's returning your good shots and getting the point. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot. And then especially for because I think I don't even know how old she is. But she's
Can you somebody look that up? I think she's 19.
Got it.
so even if there wasn't, if she didn't have a mental health aspect for it, it's still a lot.
For a 19.
23.
Oh, she's 23.
23. It's
Oh.
still, I mean,
She's
she's
still
still,
young.
she's
Yeah,
still
she's
young.
still young.
It's still that's a lot for to then so to go through all that and then have these reporters ask you some dumbass questions. A lot of times, they're not all dumb, but a
No.
lot of them are.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot to handle.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you go with the.
Oh yeah, because we have a mental health expert in the room.
Yeah.
I'll just say this: I have a master's in psychology,
Mm-hmm.
and I am certified as a qualified mental health professional for adults.
Like I said, experts.
Yeah. Yeah. You know a lot more than us three dumbasses.
I don't know
And I worked, I worked in the mental health field for about 10 years.
Okay, all right. So, what I got a question. Is I don't know. I would say that the after you're playing a sport or whatever activity or whatever like that, and immediately and it's just about immediately after.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not like there's no break in between. Like even for somebody who doesn't have problems with mental health, like how taxing is it to switch from working, trying to get trying to get the win to somebody bombarding you with just random questions. Like it's got to be a lot.
It is because you never get to come down off of the high in a sense of
All that adrenaline and
all
stuff.
that adrenaline is still pumping. So you don't even get a break to bring your body down to even comprehend and take in the questions.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't play tennis, but it has to also, if I forget any sport, the mental work that goes into it.
It's a whole lot. Half of it's
And
mental.
sometimes half of it, not a lot of it, is mental.
Hmm.
So the mental work of going into the game and trying to win and the thought process of tennis to make sure, I'm in the spots I need to be in and to come off of that. So physically your body's exhausted. Mentally your body's exhausted. And now I have to sit in the room and listen to questions and formulate answers that people can comprehend or that I can even comprehend to give to you. So you don't even have to necessarily have a mental health diagnosis as well as mentally it's just taxing.
It's very taxing.
And so just brain-wise when you're exhausted, you just don't function properly.
Hmm.
And so a lot of people forget the brain is one of the most powerful organs we have. It is one of the ones we can't live without. It is one of the ones you cannot transplant if it is damaged.
Although some need it. Sorry. Yeah.
But it's not.
Pretty
There,
high number
you
that
know,
needed to.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are some organs that you can. I need a heart transplant. So get a heart transplant. You know, need a kidney transplant. But nobody say I need a brain transplant. Well, we're gonna get you one. That's not how it works.
Unless you go to Wakanda. But anyways.
So, not even addressing the mental health piece. That's a lot to ask somebody. At least I need in 5 minutes is really not a long time. But I go from all of that to okay, click, 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 questions. Hey.
Yeah.
That's why like kudos to the ones who do like.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I don't know.
Well,
I would be able to handle it, but a lot of my answers would be
one word answers.
no. It'd be well, you know how I am. I'd be throwing a lot of like, why the fuck you ask that dumbass question? That
Yeah.
type of shit.
Yeah.
Was probably not the way to handle it.
Isn't that?
But
yeah.
that's
I'd be similar to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
But it's your truth.
Yeah.
That's where you are.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's it. We talked a little bit earlier about this, but as far as the line between those that, I mean, I respect those that actually have mental health issues, but those that, let's just say, appear to be using it as an excuse or as a crutch.
We'll go with excuse. I don't think ever as a crutch. And I say this because if I have a mental health disorder and not necessarily a crutch as it is, I'm not coping with it or getting it treated properly. So it might look like a crutch. And a lot of times what happens is because of the stigma, so when something happens and somebody say, well, you know, I got mental health issues, yeah, sometimes they use it as to get out of the consequence or what have you. But like I told you downstairs, that line is very difficult to draw. Because we all sitting in this room, I can't look at you and say, you got mental health disorder.
Right.
By just looking at you.
But you can see trends of behavior.
Yeah, but they don't necessarily, let's be honest, if we really look at it, we all have struggled with something mentally.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We have all maybe had bouts of depression, whether it's grief depression. We've all had bouts of different things that have put us feeling not ourselves and mentally in a struggle. Now the picture is what we do to get out of it.
Exactly.
So how do we cope with it? How do we find ways to continue to move with life? I think that's the line. Because it's hard to say that, I don't think you really got depression. That's hard to say.
And some people are just naturally private people. But does that mean you shouldn't be able to? Because a lot of the interviews and stuff are mandatory. But
Yes.
if I'm a naturally private person, why shouldn't I be able to compete and play? If that makes sense.
Well, Cliff brought up a good point, though. When you sign up on your job, there are certain things on your job that
Yes.
you don't necessarily like to do, but you know it's part of your job.
Mm-hmm.
So, with the tennis player, I'm saying, hey, I'll come and I do a FaceTime with y'all, or I do it that way. Meet her in the middle.
Right.
That's me saying, okay, I know I need to do this. And I'm willing to do it because I'm in a comfortable space here and I'm able to answer. And she might be able to answer the questions phenomenally in that space. But just to totally just say no, either do it my way or not at all, to me, I don't think it's fair because at the end of the day, you do have to protect your mental health.
And I got
maybe-
something to come back.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's something.
too.
Well, maybe that's something that the actual person should be laying out ahead of time, maybe before a tournament or something like that. Like, I will do your interviews, but I need a little time, or something because it is definitely part of the job, and a lot of fans want to hear what you have to say, and of course, the media needs those clicks.
Yeah.
They're gonna push the shit. So, And by now, growing up, you see what's involved in being an athlete.
Right.
You know, so I get where she's coming from, but I also understand that if this is what you want to do, then you're gonna have to at least open your mouth and tell them what you need, versus just backing out. Because you can't do this all the time.
No.
Because at some point you have to qualify for these tournaments, and they have to let you in. And at some point,
They're not gonna let you
they're
in.
not gonna let you in.
So that's where it comes to properly managing your mental health.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is something we don't.
No.
That's where that comes in at. And that's the responsibility is yours and the
Yes.
team that surrounds you.
Yeah,
And your-
but it ain't got nothing to do with.
But how does it work in let's say a different profession, if you will? I see where you're going at it with tennis, but let's say it's an everyday job.
There's
Something
usually,
with your mental health
But your job,
prevents you from doing a part of your job. I mean, the job still has to get done.
but the job takes a different, a better role than I think the professional.
that's what I was
sport.
getting ready to say.
Because your insurance has a mental health benefit.
That's what I was
part
getting
of
ready
it.
to say. And your job can't.
And your job cannot fire
Fire
you.
you. Yeah.
If you come with legit documents of a mental health
Your
thing.
job in sports is a little bit different.
Yeah.
So it's
And
a whole
that-
lot different.
Yes.
So if your job do that, you can come back to the job. So that's different. So if I go on my job and then I sit down with my supervisor and say, I'm struggling with depression or bipolar or whatever, and I go and I get all my documents, then you can take your a leave of absence or whatever. The job will get done, but that don't necessarily mean I'll lose my job.
Right.
Well,
I have this is a little off of the mental health topic.
I mean, unless you go up there and really do something off the phone.
This is off the mental health topic, but in the same ballpark. Why is that a part of your job as a sports? I mean, we all agree it's part of the job. It's kind of what you sign your contract. You got to do the media part. But why?
Well, what?
Why is it part of sports? Like,
because half of the sports is for the fans.
all right, I get that. But let's say Naomi Osaka. What part of being a great tennis player is dealing with the media? Like when you growing up and you playing,
I got it. I know why.
you don't grow up and play, and people don't say, well, you got to grow up, you got to be great, your backhand got to be great, but then you got to learn how to answer these questions. That's not part of the game.
But I'll tell you why. Because nowadays, the majority of the money that you're getting is coming from these television networks.
Right.
And it's a certain amount of access that they want to get out to their viewers
And
because of that. And that's why.
and I get that.
Because we knows it.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
We want to know your personal life. Some
And
of us are now watching the okay, that was a great match.
Yeah.
Now I'm ready to get these questions.
but that's what I'm saying. Why is a post-game, post-match interview that requirement? I'm not saying you should never talk to the media.
But that's why. Because the money is coming from these networks.
Yeah, I get that, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, why does it have to be a post-game interview? Because, well, I was gonna say I don't have any mental health issues. They may be undiagnosed. I probably do have some, but I personally, hey, got it. I personally hated having to talk to a reporter after I just lost a game. So anytime I could get out of it, I would.
So that's just emotional. Because you said after you lost a game.
Right. But I really didn't want to do it when I won a game, but if I had to do it and we just got our ass kicked, I don't want to sit down and you say, hey, so why did y'all get your ass kicked?
But
Because they was better
what,
than us.
That's
What
what
the fuck?
that's what their listeners want.
People want answers, and also part of promoting something is having faces for it.
Mm-hmm.
And a face talks. A face doesn't just play. You know what I'm saying? Your body plays, a face talks. And a part of the sport of being a face of something, which Naomi Osaka is going to be, because she's young and she's the future.
Yeah.
She's gonna be the face of it, and
Yeah.
so therefore people want to hear from her.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is, why does it have to be post match in that moment? Why can't it be a Tuesday afternoon
Let me
Zoom
tell
meeting?
you
Well,
why.
Because they want
well,
the reaction. They
and
want
also-
that
I
immediate
want
reaction.
the
The
raw,
raw
truth
emotion.
and
That's
also
what they want.
Who
Yeah.
who watching a
Not
tennis
Tuesday.
match is going turn is who's watching it on Sunday is going to tune in Tuesday to see
To
what
hear
she
the
has to
interview
say.
about Sunday.
I'm just saying,
That's
you better
why.
hope I remember the tennis match on Sunday.
because the shit ain't called the World Answer Immediate Questions Association.
No,
the
it's
World
not.
Tennis
But that's a
Association.
part of it.
Yeah.
That's a part of it.
That's just a
I
responsibility
mean,
of it.
there's certain parts of our job.
Yeah, there's always
like
part of
say,
your job you
know,
don't like.
So
It's a little different because we talking. I mean, in this instance, we talking tennis, which is not a team sport, so they
Right.
can't just go get one of your teammates. They don't. You can't hear from a teammate. You can't hear from a coach.
which is
You got to do it.
which is tough as
And-
well because she is sitting there so
Solo.
And people
Well, that's
know
what-
people
alright.
know her as far as like individual sports. People know her name. Nobody knows the 6 other Russian bitches that's on the joint. Sorry.
True.
Yeah.
But when she was at Wimbledon, that's what I think I said this off air. She got Serena after she had beat Serena, which I give props to Serena. After she had beat Serena, she got Serena to sit in the interview with her.
Well, after you beat Serena, the whole damn world's gonna want to talk to you.
And she didn't feel comfortable, and she got Serena to sit in the interview with her. And Serena did most of the talking. And I commend Serena because, all right, let's just say me and you battling it out, Cliff, for a championship,
hmm
and I beat you, and then I walk over and say, "Hey, Cliff, come on, man, come sit in this interview with me, so we can talk about it."
Nah, man. Nah. You gotta let me calm down, and we'll drink a beer later. But no, right now, no. I ain't trying to see you right now.
That's what I'm saying. So
I feel that.
yeah, I commend
I
Serena.
commend her for that, but I mean,
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
damn sure would have been like, hell no.
no.
You ain't gonna kick my ass and then have me sitting up there talking about it.
But again, that's just that's the raw emotion. But that's what we want to deal with. That's what the networks want to put out there.
Right.
she needs a stronger team.
She does need a stronger team.
If she wants to continue
If she
and going
wants to
forward,
continue.
Yeah.
Because if they know if she's open and said, I struggle with depression or what have you, then that team needs to be there to say, hey, let's prep for these questions.
Yeah.
They were
Let's-
talking about that too this
Let's
week.
lessen some of your, you
Yeah.
have to do it.
hmm
We understand and prepare her for that. That will lessen some of the anxiety
Agreed.
And you
of
need to-
doing. She needs a stronger team.
You need to carry a publicist with you that will shut reporters down.
Well, like what they were saying since it, these other leagues, when you talk football, basketball, what have you, they have a players union.
That's true.
Ain't none of that in tennis.
And shout out to the Washington football team. They just hired a team psychologist. They're one of only 7 teams that have a team psychologist.
We need one for the fans.
Well,
That's your person. You need to call your psychiatrist.
We need one for the fans.
Work that out.
Yeah.
but yeah, they just hired a team psychologist.
That team
Well, I
makes me
think-
feel some kind of way.
I would think that we've seen some
All teams
que-
need one.
but we've seen a lot of athletes with questionable behavior.
Yeah.
And it's because they got millions of dollars, and ain't nobody, they're just running wild. Ain't nobody honing that craziness in. And it's not that they're just got money and they're just wilding out money. No, these motherfuckers, some of them got some issues,
Yeah.
and they're not being dealt with.
And they
And
also carry some generational curses that's just following them on down.
yes,
And the age that they're getting that kind of wealth.
Mhm.
that's what I was getting ready to
And
say.
then
And some
having
of them have
family.
mental health issues.
Well, not only that, having that urge that I gotta rescue everybody. Everybody can't come with you.
Can't take the hood with you.
Okay.
You gotta learn
It
to say
doesn't
no
mean
quick.
you can't give back, but a cousin you ain't never met a day in your life, they don't need $10,000.
Wouldn't get it from me, dog.
You cannot.
Tyler, oh my God.
You can't rescue everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure for a
It is.
20-something-year-old.
And then people are putting these guys up on a pedestal. You 21 years old, you never seen money before in your life. Somebody hands you $40 million, and then you got a bunch of people looking up to you, and you're supposed to be the role model, and that's a lot of pressure. That's some mental health issues there.
You got a team doctor. You need a team psychiatrist.
Yeah,
A psychiatrist or a psychologist.
Psychologist.
It's the psychiatrist prescribes medication.
Yeah.
Some psychologists can, depending on how they level from. But I definitely think a psychologist,
Each team needs one.
you got to.
a licensed therapist, they need to be able to go somewhere where they can talk freely,
Mm-hmm.
confidential, and know that the media ain't going, that their person's not there for that. I am here for your well-being.
Well, you know, part of it.
And part of, oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
probably a lot of them don't have this sort of thing. Is a part of this because a lot, and this is society's fault. Is we look down upon
Mental health,
mental health
stigmatized.
like it's not like it's oh they're just crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that's a sickness, like just like fucking cancer
Or anything else.
or
Yes,
anything
it
else. It's a sickness, and we for some reason
We look down on.
we look down upon it.
Because it's a change, in my opinion, it's a change in the thinking. Like a lot of people didn't grow up that way, you know, looking at people
Yeah.
older than us. And so now you're trying to change their thinking to the, okay, these people, you know, they actually have a sickness versus, well, that motherfucker is crazy.
Right.
It's a little different there.
Yeah.
My family know I can't stand that.
Yeah. When they say he just crazy, that's wild. A lot of teams, going back to why they don't have doctors and psychologists and stuff, is because a lot of players feel like if they go to a team psychiatrist or doctor, psychologist, you know, whatever, therapist, that when it comes to contract time, the team will use that against you.
And they will.
It's possible,
So,
but
which there should be
So
something.
then what happens is you out here in the streets about to go to jail.
Yeah, I'll
so
take-
to get contract
listen.
anyway because you didn't have no control
And
over
What I'm saying is there should be something in the. I don't know how
it
it
should
all
be under
works.
the same
but with the-
umbrella of if you are injured.
I don't know how,
It's
but
the
they
same it's
but
the
they use
same
that
med-
against
you.
but
I agree
it's still the
with that. I
same
agree.
medical thing.
there should be something in the labor union or the team does whatever that they can't use
It's like if you got a cold.
mental health against you
Well,
coming
I
with
go to the
contract
doctor.
time.
I get it. But I've never had millions of dollars, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right,
Yeah,
and I would trade that for sanity. If I had to choose,
yeah. I won't.
I want my fucking sanity.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sanity and integrity, I won't trade for money.
Agreed.
Fuck no.
Agreed.
I won't trade my sanity or my integrity for money.
And you can see what happens unchecked if you go just drive down the street, fucking Broad Street, and you see all types of crazy people just
Mm-hmm.
because nobody checked them, and now they're so far gone. There's nothing's gonna bring them back.
Right.
And that,
Unfortunately, you ain't got to go that far.
well, no,
No, you don't.
no.
Sometimes you ain't gotta go to Broad Street. Sometimes they work with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
that's
they
true.
right beside you and all.
That's
That's
true.
true.
But I'm talking about the ones that
The extent to
yeah,
where it
yeah,
goes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's what. But it's I don't know, man.
That's wild.
We need to we need to put a bigger emphasis on mental health,
And
that will curb a lot of shit that go like.
I think it scares people.
it does. Because it's something you can't see or put a finger on.
And it's
If
not
I cut
so
if
much
I cut my
understanding
face,
to it.
if I cut my face, I put a
can
rag
bandage-
on it, put a
bandage,
band-aid
fix
on
it
it,
up.
and I go on about my business. With mental health, you can't see it. You can't say, okay, you know what?
It all depends.
You can't say, hey, take
Take two of these and call me in the morning.
You can't say, hey, drink this Theraflu and you be good by tomorrow. It doesn't work
But
that
you
way.
can say, hey, I need you to take this lithium so you be good in about
Hmm. But like you said, it's too much uncertainty, which is going to cut into a lot of bottom lines.
Yeah.
And I think that's where most of the fear is
When
going
the
to come
money,
from.
that's part of it, I think, because with the athletes and mental
Always
health,
follow the money.
athletes and
think,
mental health, the money plays too big a role.
and I think too, depression get a little more ease. So then when somebody starts saying I got bipolar,
Right.
So then, okay,
Or anxiety.
our heighten gets bigger.
Mhm.
But bipolar has two phases. You're either manically depressed or you're manically hyped.
Right.
So it's still a depression line, and there's still people around here with bipolar that are functioning just fine because they do the work. And it's not always the medication they take, and they might take some medication. But just like we tell our clients, it's not just popping the pills. It's also doing the other work, finding out your triggers, different coping skills that are productive in your life that you can still function.
Well, yeah, because I mean, yes, medication can help, but it's
just
not
a-
medication that got you into that.
Mm-mm.
It's all psychological, and a good psychological workout, like I like to call it, will get you out of it.
We'll get you out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, I mean,
It's-
it's gonna be tough. I mean, shit, digging yourself out of a fucking grave is
It's tough.
hard.
Yeah. It's
You
hard.
can do it.
It's hard.
I mean, you think your fingers are gonna be fucked up when you do it, but you can get out of
We
it.
can get out.
And like you said, I think you said it earlier, Kev. We all done been at the bottom and had to dig ourselves out.
Man, listen.
We we've all been sitting there like I gotta do.
Ain't nothing easy about it.
No, it's not. It's not at all.
And I think what happens too, because of the stigma, then I don't get the help that I need. I don't get the support that I need. I don't build a village that I need because I don't want anybody to know.
Right. And culturally, us as black people, we're the worst with mental health.
We don't like to ask
No.
for help at all.
And we all, we all grew up culturally, black people, it's keep it under wraps. You
They're
know?
gonna just pray it out of
Yeah, pray it out of you.
you. And don't get me wrong.
Keep it under wraps. Don't tell
I'm
nobody.
not saying, and the thing is, I'm not saying that God can't do it. But we still
But-
sometimes don't listen to what He
but
telling
I
us
said,
to do in the steps.
God fixes things through your actions.
Right.
Right.
Said faith without work is
And-
dead.
So yes,
That's scripture. If I'm not working in it,
yes.
Yeah.
that's a perfect.
That's unfortunate. A lot of people do think that it's just somebody. God's like, okay, I heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
not how it
No,
works.
it's not.
You have to work at it. Now He will give you the strength to do it, but you still have to do the work.
Yes.
And that's with each and everything under the fucking sun. You
You
have
gotta
to
do the work.
do the work.
Yes.
Beautiful said He'll give you the tools you need.
Yep.
Yep.
Got the strength you need to do it.
Yep.
If you need to do it.
I dig
Because
it.
I put it like this. If that's the case, God will not have given me the ability to get the skills that I needed in mental health.
Right.
That we are all here to help each other.
Yes.
So if I need help and I am depressed, I have placed people here to help you.
Just gotta.
Not just say, God, help me go to the right person, guide me in the right direction that the person is going to do what they need to do for me. But there's still work to do. When I leave whatever therapist's office, the most time you go to therapy, they give you homework. There was work for you to do.
Right.
Homework.
Because,
It's my sin.
That was my downfall too.
yeah, homework. I think it was all about downfall at times.
The thought just the term homework is just wrong. Why would I go home to work?
Do some work.
Because it works.
Because it
That's
does.
not the
It
point.
does
I
work.
know. I know. It's like I get it.
that's not the point.
But it works.
Hindsight is 20/20. Because we was
Yeah.
in school.
Who the
We
fuck
didn't want to
knew?
hear that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knew?
Homework works. Bullshit.
And so school or a psychiatrist's office, after you leave there, you have homework to do.
Exactly.
The homework's the biggest part.
Yeah.
This is the shit you do on your own. Anybody can tell you this is what you need to do.
Yeah.
The homework is you doing it on your own.
Yeah.
God tells you what you need to do.
Yeah. But you got to do
Doing
the
it.
work.
Do it on your
Just doing the
Who the fuck knew? Why did somebody explain that shit to me when I was in high school?
They did, but
They
you didn't
did.
listen.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Because we all had parents. and
Homework.
they all told us, cussed us out went to the parent teacher conferences and gave you that look while they sitting in there, they all told us.
Nah, man. Homework. I'd rather shoot dice and play Mario.
Right.
That's what I was doing.
And there you go.
There you go.
That's what I was
But
doing.
yeah. So yeah. But yeah. Oh, Naomi, take care of yourself, girl.
Yeah, fuck tennis.
Yeah, take
Actually,
care of yourself.
you won a major. You got money. You don't need. I mean, I know you
You
love.
don't need tennis.
I know
Take
you
care
love
of yourself.
tennis, but take care of yourself first.
Because you're, like you said, I tell anybody, I walk away from everything to keep my mental safe.
And after that's gone, you have
Nothing.
Nothing.
Sanity and integrity, I will not sacrifice.
That's the mentality of us at this age. But are you really thinking like that at 20?
No, because your frontal lobe ain't even.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Probably
but,
not. But I
But
also
I should have been.
Yeah,
I
That's
should've
why
been.
I said she need a strong team.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I think that's what's wrong with the young athletes that come. I ain't gonna say what's wrong, but I think will be very important for them coming out
You need
to
some.
all of this.
But then actually,
You
she's
need.
You gotta surround yourself with
where
them.
she's gotten to at that age. She is, and for her to do that, she's way more developed than I was at 23 because she, playing professional tennis as a teenager, that some shit it accelerates your
Yeah.
your growth, but some shit has to come along with it, and
Yeah.
and obviously her mental health has not come along with it, so
Exactly.
she needs to work on that,
And even
But she
I
need
give
an
her props for that
advocate
shit.
and a person that say, I
yeah,
got you.
even Tiger Woods
I got you.
commented and said, people don't understand what it's like to be the biggest athlete in your teens. That was his comment.
It's
Because
true.
you're not ready for that.
Yeah.
Well, because he didn't have any. Well, as far mental health probably wasn't his thing. He was.
Yeah.
His social skills.
Oh, he had some mental health.
No, he did, but
I said what I said. Socially, he
his
wasn't
his
even
social interactions with actual people was lacking like a motherfucker.
That's right.
And
struggled.
that's what got him to the before his injuries and shit. That's what got him to where he was at.
Yeah.
He didn't have no social.
He didn't have no social
It wasn't
skills.
developed.
Yes.
Right.
It was much younger than even his age at the time.
He had the mental strength. He didn't have the mental or the self.
Right.
The self
Discipline.
discipline. Yes, but he had the mental strength there. His dad, and then I watched a documentary. His dad put that shit into him.
Yep.
He just didn't have no other shit, and that's what got him in. So
That's what got him.
Yeah.
It was the other areas.
So yeah. So Naomi, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We'll,
I mean, anybody with mental health issues, it's help out there. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. As somebody said on social media, I don't know where y'all got all these fucks from because I got zero.
Mhm.
Zero fucks. At the end of the day, I gotta take care of me.
And actually, for people around somebody you might even suspect, if you see something,
Say something.
say something. That works with not just terrorists.
You stupid.
I mean,
Works with everybody.
Listen, pull your brothers aside. Look, listen.
Say, hey man, are you good?
Yes.
I noticed some
If
things.
you see something, say something works with all
Okay.
forms of life.
Hey,
Women.
are
you
I think on that note,
No. Huh? You good?
I'm good. No,
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
checking,
Yeah, we
Just
just
checking.
But do guys really do that? Women.
Not as much as we
No.
should.
No,
Women do
no.
that.
it depends.
Not as much as we
If
should.
we see something like just overtly blatant, if you will,
Yeah.
we would say something like we laughing and joking, but if we saw something, we'd be like, yo, all right, what's up?
It also
You know what I mean? But
depends on how like we could do that,
Yeah.
but we wouldn't do that to. Say you're a coworker who you get along with, but you only been working with them for 5 years.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
We wouldn't.
Women would.
We wouldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
No, we would not.
I don't know. I talk to a lot of my customers. Like when you see some shit like this out of the ordinary, you be like,
I was saying jokingly, but me more than likely, knowing myself, I would not No.
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 See, and I do, but I guess the thing is, when they give me certain answers, I don't know where to turn or where to direct them.
Maybe
That's
it's not
true,
meant
too.
for you to direct.
And
Maybe, but I mean, I can't just do nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Sometimes you have to.
But if they telling me, like, if I'm asking, okay, let's say I'm out, you're a customer, and I'm, oh, what's going on? You all right? And you tell me, no, I'm not, and you start telling me what's going on. Well, if I do nothing, I'm now part of the problem. So I gotta say something to somebody.
Maybe they
guess
needed
it
to vent
depends
to you.
on what they're actually saying. Because if I just need to get this off my chest, sometimes I don't need you to do anything.
And you can feel that out.
But listen, but yeah, you have to feel it out. But to listen. I mean, but what would you do if somebody said I want to kill me?
And that's what I'm getting at. Like, something has to be done. I can't just walk away from that and do nothing.
And
My conscience will fuck with me.
So what would you say?
I don't know. I need answers. I'm asking. You know, like I
The
don't
crazy
know.
thing is, then you turn around and ask them, do you have a plan? So then you ask them how do they plan on planning.
You ask them for what?
You
Oh,
ask them, do they have a plan?
that makes sense though. So, okay, what you gonna do?
You let them talk out. If they do have a plan, they tell you they plan.
But if they don't, you don't want to push them to a plan.
No, a lot of times if they don't have a plan, it's not necessarily something they're gonna
No, they're just.
go out. But at
They're
that point,
venting.
then you do call services, and you let them know. I feel like, hey, we need to call 911.
And that's perfectly within your legal right to
It
say,
is.
I think this person is gonna harm himself.
I think this person, and you do. And then when you do and say, they say, okay, you can tell them, they told me, I asked if they had a plan, they said, yes, they have a plan. What they said that plan was, currently there are no weapons and nothing around us. I'm making sure that the safest space is safe as possible.
That brings up another issue. Now we
What?
gotta call cops.
and
That's a whole other issue.
Well, no, because at the end of the day, you're asking for the paramedics. And if you are expressing to them that this person is not, I don't feel threatened. I don't feel, I just know they're really suffering from a mental health crisis. And I feel that they need to go to the hospital.
With
Now,
my complexion, I feel a certain way about calling. I'm not even
So
being
then,
funny.
do you
I
just
feel
let
a certain way
so
about
do you
calling.
just let them go then? Because that's the only option you
I
have.
don't. Be honest, I don't.
I mean, I don't either.
well, and the other,
I do. I ain't even gonna say it until you know
I
what I do.
Because
do
the situation trumps.
that is what she's saying. And the other thing I was going to get into is us as men. Sometimes you got to accept the help. Sometimes if somebody is coming to you, a lot of times you like, man, I'm good. I'm good. I got it. Don't worry about me. Sometimes you got to accept the help.
I'm bad with that.
It
Me
doesn't-
too.
It doesn't
Me too.
make you
I'm very bad
less
with
of
it.
a man because you need help.
I'm very
And
bad.
I understand that. I'm bad with that.
Yeah, you preach it to the choir, brother. I am the worst. I have 3 people in here that will tell you. They'll be like, Dad, you good, man? Leave me alone. I got it. I'm good.
It's on my calcium.
Like, I'll be alright in a little while or whatever. I'll figure it out. Just
Yeah.
leave me alone.
But you laying beside me with all that energy flowing back and forth between the both of us because you're not right. Like you forgot who
Thank
your
you.
wife is.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I'm absorbing all this
Thank you.
energy and it just.
Thank you.
That's a different type of counseling.
Thank you. Thank you.
Different type of counseling there. All right.
Can we? Is that the end of the segment?
Yeah, it's a little different.
I think we ran a little long.
I gotta sleep with all that.
Will somebody cue the damn music?
Intern, tighten up.
Somebody cue the music. We're out of here.
All I'm saying is, if you got somebody willing to help you, in
We'll
your
be back in
corner,
another segment with
then
another.
use me.
We'll be back in a second with another segment.
Yeah, could you?
Oh, so is that,
Just play the music. Just play the music.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, so Justin wants to get out of here.
We'll be back in another thing.
We're back.
Second.
What you running from?
Please.
Oh, we're the three best friends that anyone can have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have.
Hangover.
Yeah.
Dougie, Doug.
I'm drinking. My reaction time
Oh.
is too slow.
But you got it though. You got it though.
Champ still got it.
So we're back. We're back.
Oh,
Segment
boy.
2.
Yeah.
We
Shout out to Kelly for that first.
yeah.
segment.
Well, actually, yes. Shout out to the Queen Kelly, and actually afterwards we had a little Dr. Phil moment in here.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
But
We
we're
did.
back. Jay, you switched beers to something I told you not to drink.
Yes,
but,
you did.
But
Yeah,
Tell us-
Something I told you I would not drink.
tell us
Yeah.
what it is and how you feel about it.
It's a Day Crush Session Sour Ale.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Evolution Craft Brewing Company. It's 4.7%. And yeah, this is my first ever sour beer, and it'll probably be my last one.
Yeah.
4.7.
Yeah.
Should have just had a Miller Lite.
Well, I got some Coors Lights downstairs. And this will probably be my last sour. I tried it because I had never tried a sour before. And I was like, oh, they got a sour? I'll try it.
So tell the people, what does it taste like? Is it like a regular beer, just sour, or does it taste
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some bullshit?
It's like a regular beer, but it's sour. And I like whiskey sours, but they're kind of sweet and sour. This ain't got no sweetness.
Yeah, see, this is Brews and Views, and we've
Yeah, Cliff, take us with
we've
you.
tried
No.
all sorts of things.
No,
Try it out.
no,
You ever had a sour?
no.
I have.
There's a reason for that.
Peer pressure?
Don't
No,
do it. Don't
no.
do it.
Oh, I'm good.
Don't do it.
What?
Don't do it.
Who are you talking
Peer pressure.
to?
Peer pressure.
No, don't work on me,
Peer pressure.
guy.
Don't do
No.
it. Don't do it.
Peer pressure.
Don't do it.
Now,
I really just want somebody to drink
if
some
there
of
was
it.
a big titty broad in here, different story. Not a drink. I have my weaknesses.
Big nipples are your weakness. That's what you're saying.
Big titty.
Well, that'll be the show for us today. Thank
Nipple
you guys
size
for
does
watching.
not matter to me. I'm just a man.
What was that movie with Chris Rock where he was running for president?
Oh, head of state.
Yeah.
So
If
classic.
America was a woman, she'd be a
A
big
big
titty
titty
woman.
woman.
And everybody loves a big titty woman.
And we all love big titty
Yeah,
women.
we do.
We just don't like sours.
No, we don't.
We don't
do
like
that.
sour.
We don't. I'm trying to stomach it down because it's a beer and I pay for it. But
You know, if it was liquor, I'd try it. Not beer.
Well, see,
I won't do
it's an acquired taste. As
I hadn't acquired it.
but as all beer is, I would think, or different types of beer is an acquired taste. My friend of mine who does the Burn After Reading podcast, check her out. She loves sours.
Mm.
I don't understand it, but
Well, I
I
got
also-
another one downstairs
but-
if anybody wants
well, no,
Mm-mm.
I don't. No, I'm not gonna drink it.
Maybe if we get your friend on here, maybe you can offer.
I'm gonna get her on here if it's okay with Kelly downstairs. We'll have another woman in here.
Yeah. You know.
We'll work out the
It-
logistics.
I was about to
later.
say, it ain't up to me.
We'll work out the logistics.
You know, it ain't up to me.
So before we get into the other topic, did y'all see that video of the bear that got up on the wall
I
with
did.
the
Yeah.
cubs?
Yeah.
And the little,
And all the dogs started attacking.
Mhm.
yeah.
But the bear was getting a little bit aggressive, and then the
The
person
woman,
came
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
that shit was gangster for that woman. I personally would not have did what she did.
Me either.
I would have hoped that my dogs could have made it until I got my gun.
Yeah.
Yes. But That person went out there with no gun, no
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, because I would have walked out there with the gun.
She did not.
You know, no, she did not.
She went out there.
No, she didn't.
And she was going at that bear.
But you know what?
Side note.
In fairness, until you in that situation, you don't
know
know
what
how
you're
you don't know how
doing.
you gonna act.
Side note. Washington football team. She had great form on that block.
Yeah, she did.
She had
She
great
did.
form. I mean, she was low. She exploded into it.
She
She was great form.
She had a good center of gravity.
Yes,
all
yes,
that
she
shit.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
God
Yeah,
damn.
she did.
yeah.
But Charlotte, they
Lord knows we need help.
Listen, this is not where this conversation.
Oh,
is.
sorry,
Shut
sorry,
up. Yeah,
sorry,
chill,
sorry.
chill.
Okay.
But on that note, we have what, 98 days now until the first game?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, keep going.
I don't care.
Keep going.
So, Cliff earlier this week sent us a this is IG.
Yeah, I think it is IG.
Yes, IG.
And people out there, we have a group, text, a Brews of Views like text group that we all text in. It's a wild place.
Yeah. Can be quite inappropriate at times.
It's a wild place, but this was one of the texts that came in there. Yeah.
Well, this is one of the so this is on IG, and so it's two of them, two different ones. The first one is from the Casual Sex Captain.
I'm gonna leave that alone. But go ahead.
So the
Just taking everything in me to not say.
the Casual Sex Captain says, if we not married, why would I give a child I carried for 9 months your last name? Why? How? And so Keisha BG afterwards says, if we're not married, it's my child. And I don't have to give my child that I carried for 9 months the last name of a man who ain't my husband. He's just a father, and there's no long ties to him. Even if we're married, Wusa.
Yeah, what kind of bullshit is this, man?
Wusa.
Are there actually females that think this?
Yes. Apparently,
Or are
Keisha.
those just the only two?
No, this is not. Where there's one,
Yeah.
where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's one, there's more. Every one time, if you ever see a cockroach, you better best be sure there's more of the motherfuckers.
Bitches of a feather flock
Fire together.
Man, what?
And hold up. He's boom. I can't.
Alright, I gotta-
hold up.
I got a point for later.
Let him
but
finish. Let him
He's
finish,
just
let
the
him finish.
father, and there's no long ties to him. Even if
I need to
we
finish.
were
I
married,
gotta write this down.
I don't need to give my kids my husband's last name. It's 2021.
Text messages.
Yes.
Let yourself.
Yeah.
It's 2021, she says.
Yes.
You don't have to do that.
I think the fuck you do.
So much to unpack here.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
I think the fuck you do.
Well, first of all, just the fact that if he doesn't have your last name, your child will be labeled a bastard for one. But that's just the surface shit that I'm
But,
talking
well, if you feel that way, then you should not be entitled to any of his money.
about. If you got this.
Yeah, you don't get child support.
You don't get that money if you feel that way.
Listen, I understand the woman carries a baby for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
I fully understand that. But the whole, actually, I'll even say this, but scientifically, before we even get into what we're thinking philosophically and systematically, the man decides what that egg is going to be. Male or female. That's what the man's sperm does.
Well, I was gonna say, you carry for 9 months. Respect, we understand it, but you ain't do it by yourself.
You did not do it by yourself.
Takes two to make a baby.
That's right.
Is this where all this hyphenated names is coming from in the NBA?
I don't know.
No,
No?
no, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh,
No.
Because I'm just wondering. There's a lot of hyphenated names going on in NFL and NBA.
Yeah.
No. Look, some of those are legit. Um, yeah. Some of those
And
they're legit.
What's
Let me-
legit? What's a
let
legit?
Well, if you let's say in some instances, I know one story in particular. I'm not gonna name any names, but it's a player whose mother married another gentleman, and he took on a hyphenated name with his stepfather because he played more of a role of a father in his life than his
Well,
actual father. And for me personally, and then I'll throw it to y'all. I don't have an issue with that because you're acknowledging your father, but you're also acknowledging the guy who played father, who was the father in your life.
well, this is kind of where I was
So-
going. This
so
is
y'all-
what I told you I had to write this down. Cause first of all, if you're basically a deadbeat dad, if you don't pay nothing, don't spend no time with the child, then no, you shouldn't have your last name.
I agree.
You're not in his
Agreed.
life. You're
Full-
no.
full
But
agreed.
but if I'm being the father to my child, he needs to have my last name.
If I'm whatever the
If I'm paying for it, I'm
yes,
spending
whatever
time.
the court judgments or any of that shit, if I am physically making an effort and
Right.
getting a child,
Mhm.
a child needs to have their father's last name. That's
It just is what it is.
there's no argument for it
No.
against it.
A
Now,
child needs to have their father in their life.
that's true.
Period.
That's true.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
just
And now listen. Here's one for y'all. Because this is what I had text to myself while we were talking because it just popped in my head. How would you feel? What's your take on, let's say you had a baby with a girl and, it's your child, y'all, you paying child support, you spending time with your child, and then she remarries and give the child the stepdad
No.
last name.
no,
Let me go first since y'all are the father.
no.
I'll go first. Fuck no.
I had to throw that out there.
My seed, my motherfucking name.
Mhm.
You ain't gonna have my
And-
child named with somebody else's last name.
Mhm.
And hold up.
No.
Yeah, no.
Now unless I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do as
Right.
a father,
Exactly.
and then the child decided that they wanted a hyphenated last name,
Or something like that, yeah.
so be it. Because that means I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
But if I'm there,
But if I'm there and I'm that child's father and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a father, fuck no.
yeah,
And to the first of all, the casual sex captain, you have no right to say any motherfucking thing with your Instagram name like that. You fucking bitch.
get them.
I
And-
dare you to add them.
And I'm not gonna go as hard on Keisha BG, but if I'm in the child's life, if
Right.
any man is in the child's life,
As being a father.
as being a father,
Mm-hmm.
that child gets that father's last name,
Yup.
and that's just the way the fucking is.
Yeah.
And you just have to accept it. I don't even have to say it.
I don't even understand the argument of saying, basically,
The argument is 2021. That's the argument.
That is the only argument.
That's the only argument. What it-
I don't get it.
I don't get that.
That is the problem.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't understand.
It's this new age shit, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't get it. Like I think we're all in agreement. Like we all said, if you're a deadbeat dad, not in your kid's life, then no, you shouldn't have your
Absolutely.
last
No.
name. But if you're in this life, you're paying the child support, you're spending time. That's your child.
And I will take it, like you say, you're paying child support, but if you are spending time, like fuck a child support,
Right.
if you're spending time,
Yes.
that child has your last
That's
name.
right, yes.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it's 2021 Keisha BG.
I got a friend. I'm gonna take it step. I got a friend that spends time with his children
Mhm.
and pays child support. He is their father. You know, you ain't taking shit from him.
Right.
You should not have the right to take shit from him.
Nope,
You shouldn't.
you shouldn't.
You should not.
I understand. I don't. It's this new age shit that's going on, man. That's just
Yeah, something ain't right.
it's something ain't right. But
Nah.
Keisha BG, you are a stupid motherfucker. Actually, I'm gonna befriend her.
I'm not gonna go that far because I don't know you personally. But what you said was
Well,
stupid as a
I'm just going by from what she's saying so
When she
far.
posted,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What
She
you
might-
said
and
is
actually-
stupid as shit.
If she befriends me and I see some other shit, I will recant my certain shit. You're just wrong on this
Yeah.
this specific
we'll
thing.
listen to your position.
Yes.
Yeah,
But-
and we can agree to disagree because I'm sure I'm not going to agree with what you said.
Right.
No, if you say this,
Well, we're not.
if you say this, we're not gonna agree
If
with
you
all
say
that.
this, or this,
Yeah,
nah, we
yeah,
not.
No.
we're not going to agree.
Nah.
We're not. Just not going to agree.
But
at
we
all.
will listen.
Yeah, I always listen. I'll sit down and talk to anybody,
So if
except for David Duke and the,
so so you meet a chick in the bar,
Mhm.
you bang her out,
Mhm.
or you come in 3 seconds, doesn't matter. You put nut in the vagina, and you s-
and you enjoyed
and,
it.
Lot of stories. Lot of stories.
And you doesn't matter if you bang it out or whatever.
Nope.
The fact is, you created a child.
It's a race.
It's not somebody that you,
Man.
but it's not somebody you dated.
No.
So the family would have known. You just made a baby.
Mhm.
Even still, if that was the one night stand and you're in the child's life and you're taking care of you're paying your money,
Mhm.
the child gets the man's last name.
He should. He should. I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. With you, player.
And if any, because it's only gonna be a woman that disagrees. It's only
No, it's only gonna be a bitch that
God,
disagree.
God damn.
Damn.
Okay.
No, a real woman
Okay.
is
You're
not gonna disagree.
So you mean it? Okay. Okay.
And there is a difference, ladies.
Yes,
There's a
Yes,
difference.
there is.
So if you disagree, hit us up in the comments. I will
I'm
gladly.
sure they will.
I will gladly retort. If you want to come on, voice your opinion on this specific topic,
We welcome that.
Yeah, we
we
will.
welcome it.
We'll have a segment in the next show if somebody want to come on and
Absolutely.
talk about it.
But
Absolutely.
You can call in. We got a phone number. I
listen,
can't remember it offhand. It's on the site.
I draw a lot of
We'll
lines.
post it in the description. Well,
Yeah, I draw a lot of lines. This is one of them.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
this is one of them.
That is crazy.
Now, like I said, if Keisha BG and the casual sex captain are
Why does he keep saying it?
if y'all talking about
Nah, obviously, they wanted attention.
yeah,
Why does he keep saying it? Though?
first of all,
Oh,
I would
I got a phone number.
okay, but I would give a little more credence to Keisha BG.
We'll give it out. Hold on.
But the casual sex captain, shut the fuck up. You have nothing to say.
He don't like the name.
Until you change your name.
Yeah.
I can't give any respect to that.
I don't respect that.
You can't.
I mean,
All that name means is you want me to drop loads in you.
that's what they're for.
And that's how they're used. Oh shit.
Yo, wow.
And
And-
you're not a cat.
And actually, with that, with your stance and that said,
Might be. If you think about it.
She may
You
be.
a captain.
but with that,
I can't confirm it until I experience it. Enough said.
Anyways,
happy birthday to Art.
yes, it's Art's birthday. Happy birthday, Art. Let's do that
That's
short.
right. Yeah, happy birthday, Art.
Happy birthday.
So, but yeah.
We got no shots?
Nah, maybe we'll come back in the third segment with some
Okay.
I mean, there is some Jack Daniels
on the table.
on the table.
Oh. Yeah,
There
boy.
is some Jack.
I mean, you know,
We'll take a shot for it.
but
Whatever.
but
Yeah,
we'll be back. And but before we're back, the casual sex captain, fuck you, and Keisha BG, fuck you too.
Wow.
I'm out.
But get at us. We'll listen. We'll listen. But still, fuck you.
We'll be back in a second.
We still need to do a damn shot for your goddamn birthday.
What?
Oh, you?
We're gonna do a fucking shot, man.
We're not doing a shot.
We're gonna do a motherfucking shot, man. It's your goddamn birthday.
Happy birthday. Well, actually, I'm not born till 3:16 in the morning.
It don't matter. It's the same goddamn day. This is June 6th.
It's only 2:05.
Happy birthday, motherfucker!
Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid.
Yeah, goddamn. 43 in my 44th year.
Yeah, yes,
Mhm.
you are.
That's right.
You're in your 44th year.
Yes, I am.
You're still in your 43rd year.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Important distinction.
It's very,
I'm the youngest of us.
very.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So Justin switched beers here.
Mm-hmm. I did. I switched to Sam Adams Beach Session IPA. It says it's crisp and tropical. It's 4.7%.
Oh, it's lightweight.
Yeah.
Lightweight. I tried it. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
But also, Sam Adams and Sierra Nevada.
Right.
It's one of the two first craft beer
Mm-hmm.
things.
Right.
Sierra Nevada had the pale ale, not Indian pale ale, but just pale ale. But Sam Adams, shout out to Sam Adams for just.
Shout out to them because we've only had one that we didn't
Well,
like.
and they are a mainstream beer, but they are one of the original
One of the first craft.
craft
Yeah,
beer.
absolutely.
So yeah, I do like except for the Porch Rocker.
That was the only one we do not like.
Nobody likes the Porch Rocker.
Sam Adams cut that shit. We love everything else.
So yeah, shout out to Sam Adams, and JK likes this one with the very pink label.
I mean,
It's
listen,
I
it's
didn't
not
see
my
the
favorite.
I didn't see it later, but you know what? But Cliff likes the beer too.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I can deal.
fun. Yeah, it's not Porch Rocker, is what you're saying.
No.
Nobody drink that shit.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm hoping Sam Adams just continue that shit.
But if Sam Adams said,
I'm not sure I want to beat the person that likes that shit.
well, if they said, listen, we will sponsor your shit, throw you some dollars, just advertise that shit, just drink it, what would you do?
What, Porch Rocker?
Yeah.
I'll put it on the table, but I'm
It'd
not
be on the
actually
table
gonna
in
take
front
it.
of the camera.
Yeah, I ain't.
And I'll have something else in the bottom.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah.
Just keep it at a buck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drink it.
That bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Joking.
No, that shit was terrible.
I ain't try it. I'm not gonna try it. I take your words for it. But so every so often we do a little pop culture news,
Just a little bit.
a little bit.
Just a little
We
bit.
try. We don't. That's not our area of expertise or what we'd like to delve into.
Do we have an area of expertise?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nonsense.
Okay, yeah.
Foolishness.
We're with the shits. I'm just gonna tell you.
Yeah.
But we came across an interesting story. It's Jay Cutler,
Right.
former quarterback of the Chicago Bears.
And Broncos.
Dick Cup.
Yep.
And
Oh.
Broncos. Yeah, Broncos.
Pause for Stephen A. to insert his laughter.
Yeah. And his divorce with Kristen Cavallari, who she's only really famous because when I will say this, we used to have the Real World.
It's a fucking great show.
Yes. So after the Real World, MTV tried something else, and that was Laguna Beach, and I think from Laguna Beach, that's where the Jersey Shores and all that other shit came from.
Right.
Well, Kristen Cavallari that's where she's from. So
Okay.
Laguna Beach, the real stories of Orange County, California, whatever.
Wasn't she in Playboy?
She might have been. I
I
don't know.
can't remember.
Jay Cutler decided.
Well, pull it up.
I'm not pulling that up on my phone.
I don't know. I got
I
privacy.
got it.
Yeah, I did that shit right. I'm always pulling up porn on my phone anyway, so why not?
No judgment here.
Yeah, you don't get no judgment.
I'm not pulling that shit up. But Jay Cutler married Kristen Cavallari from the Laguna Beach show on the MTV, and they made that. Actually, they had their own show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they're getting divorced,
Yes.
and Jay Cutler wants half of her
Yeah,
business or her
I
assets.
think I got the figures. I think I'm right on this one. We can double check it. I think it said Jay Cutler had 130 mil in the bank
From NFL,
from his his NFL time in the NFL,
yes,
and he had her sign a prenup
when they married,
when they
She signed
before
a
they married.
because he had more than she did.
Right,
Okay.
and with the divorce, she was asking for $5 million for a new house, and
Big ass house.
after that, or because of that, I don't know about a timeline here. He evidently she had a business worth 15 mil, so because she asked for 5 mil, he asked for half of that, half of the 15 mil business that she had.
The business that she made while they were married.
I listen again. I don't know timeline,
That's what I was getting ready to say. Because if
But-
they made it, wow,
but if it was while they were together,
then maybe he should get it.
he is entitled to it. That's what these women get from the men.
If
So
Is
there's a lot
she-
in there.
is she making it is her wealth that she made with whatever it is that she does more than what he has.
I mean, I get where you're going. I like that. Legally, if she signed a prenup to not be
Prenups.
to not get whatever he had prior to,
There's a signature.
she signed that,
She signed that shit.
and there was no prenup, so she made a business based off of what he helped her or whatever she did. I ain't gonna say he helped her. Whatever she did while they were together,
He probably put up the money for whatever it is she's
whether
doing.
he did or did not. If there was no prenup, just like these women do, he's entitled to half.
I want half 80.
I'm not saying it's right, but if they can get away with it, why can't he?
And what is her business? What
I don't know.
I didn't see what her business was. I just saw that
What
it
does
was
it
like
do?
15 mil. It was
I
worth
have
like
no
15
idea.
mil.
so so
Yeah, he wanted half of that.
he wants half of what
Her business.
which is less than what he has in the or had in the bank.
Mhm.
Because I don't know if they still have that.
Don't know. But that's interesting.
Now when I heard the story, I was thinking that maybe she generated more money than what he had brought into the relationship. Like kind of like cause was it like Mary J. Blige's ex-husband or something? When it her for half of her shit.
He did to her what women
What
have
women
been
will-
doing for men for decades.
He got that shit too. Didn't
Yeah, he
yeah,
got it.
he got that shit too.
Yeah, he
Because she
got
was
it.
the primary bread. She was the primary
What's his
breadwinner.
name? Kendu? Kendu
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He was her producer or some shit. So, but what it sounds like on this particular subject is that he has more money than she does.
Yes, he does.
That's what it sounds like.
But because he put money into her business that she started up,
I don't know that he did. I'm not reporting that. I don't know that he did. I'm just going off of what it says. She has a business worth 15 mil.
15 million.
Yeah.
So
But he has
and he's
he has
going for half of that. Yeah, but
he's
after
going for
coming-
7.5.
Yeah, which after evidently he had 130 mil in the bank when they got together,
Mm.
and she signed a prenup.
That's on her.
You can't. I mean, listen. So, Should we all sign prenups?
I don't know.
Like in a general,
Well, that shit I said
in a general marriage.
I mean, the shit I said in segment 1 and segment 2, they trying to secure the bag. that's what it's coming down to, and like,
Yeah, but what if you won't there when I was building this? You only came along after it was built.
those are the ones from what I've seen. They're gonna make sure they have kids with you. I mean,
Do I have to say it again for you, Cliff?
I already know where you're going, and I'm with you. We on the same side here.
No.
But
Do I got to give you the Drake quote again?
don't you ever pull Drake around me.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave your house.
So, do we agree with this? You have to keep me in the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to living to.
I never agreed with it, but it is what it is. I never have. Because, let me put it like this. If I'm, if I'm a NBA star or NFL star, and you are,
Thought,
or even just a normal person, you working at
some chick I met at Food Line when I was
right,
yeah.
you're a cashier at Food Line, and I'm a star in the NBA or NFL. Your lifestyle is only that lifestyle because of me.
You were okay before you met me.
Right. So
It didn't work out.
so when you say, well, you got to keep me in that lifestyle, that I have a problem with that because you were never really in that lifestyle outside of me.
Once you hit a certain, I guess, amount of time, and everybody can argue about how much that is.
It's like 7 years, I think.
Well, that's clearly too low. I was sitting there thinking like 20.
It's a little-
You know what I mean? 7? What?
Yeah, I think it's just 7 years.
So you mean to tell me, bitch, you gonna divorce me after you was working at Chick-fil-A 7 years ago?
Yes, they
No,
can.
you don't get half of my shit.
Yes, they do. 7 years. Listen, and
Support your local legislation that's changing those laws.
and in Virginia, you don't even have to be married.
Common
Common law.
7 years give you common law in Virginia if y'all are living together.
Be smart about your shit.
So if y'all are living together for 7 years,
Well, what is it in
you get
Chicago?
half. I want half, baby.
Well, we need to know what it is in Chicago because I think that's where they were living.
I don't know. Never been to Chicago.
I just never understood that. Okay, yeah, okay. So I'm the
Because
breadwinner.
I think they had children together.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
But if I'm the breadwinner,
Children should be taken care of.
okay, I
Off
will
top.
take care of
And
my.
I'm just saying that for the record.
Yeah.
They should be taken care of.
But if you decide to leave, that is your.
You should not be entitled to half of my shit.
You decided to
try
leave. You
Right.
get half if you stay, or you get all of it.
You
if
get
you
more.
Stay.
You get more
You
than
get
half.
more if you stay.
Exactly.
You decide to leave. Why should I have to? Or at least why does it need to be? So say they even made a limit for a year. Okay, but some of these laws is like, I gotta pay you alimony until you get married again.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What the fuck is that?
That's crazy.
In that case, I have absolutely no problem with him getting half of her 15 million.
Yeah.
That's what they do. If they feel that's wrong, then they should feel a lot of the shit that they do is wrong.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say all, because some of them have legitimate claims.
Some of them do,
They do.
but if you wanna holler this equalness all the fucking time.
You want equality?
You want
This is what equality
This
means.
is what
You don't get to pick and choose when shit's equal.
This is equality.
This is what equality
This
looks
is
like.
equality.
And I want half. Give me my money.
What have you done for me lately, Eddie? That shit's crazy though.
It is.
I, my, mm, mm.
It is wild.
I got a big. I hope. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship, and then he might have been a fucked up ass motherfucker,
You might have been.
but I would like to see one win for the team.
Yeah.
I mean, legally, I don't see how he can lose this one. Legally,
he can
no,
lose.
legally, if he has the prenup to what he had, and then they were together while she made hers,
I don't believe it.
that's the same scenario. Yeah, I need to see it.
He can lose it.
I need to see it. But you know what? That's what they've been doing to us for decades, centuries. I don't know.
Does it matter why it's breaking up? Does it matter if somebody cheated or not, or does that matter?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
okay, legally, if the prenup wasn't signed, it shouldn't.
Yeah, I have no
I
idea
mean,
on that one.
I just find it a little stupid if you're dating your meal ticket and you decide to leave, you decide to cheat and leave, and think you're entitled to half of it. I think that's kind of fucked up.
It
No, I'm
is.
sorry, not kind of.
So
That's fucked up.
It is.
he's her meal ticket. I don't know. She did all right on. I don't know how much MTV paid for a reality
We're
show.
talking
back
about
then.
M's.
Yeah.
Both of them are okay. We're talking about M's.
Yeah, neither one of them are gonna be hurting afterward.
You know.
I think it's just it's more
You got
technicality.
M's in the bank, Art? Yeah.
I get. So what you're saying is once you get to M's, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I
Does
got-
anybody in this room have M's sitting in the bank? No.
I got T's. Or actually, not T's plural. I got a T.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I got a T in the bank.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I got investments,
Me too.
but I got a T in the
Me
bank.
too.
Yeah, nobody got M's just sitting there.
No,
No, I got
we're
T.
doing better than H's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are doing better
So-
than
I'm
We're
doing, I'm
T's.
doing,
We're a T.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got T's plural in the bank.
Right.
I
Right.
don't have M's though.
No.
No, we
I
don't
got-
have
I
it.
ain't got that shit.
No.
Mm.
But if somebody would like to, nationally broadcast this and pay us for it, I'll
Listen,
do it.
if somebody wants to sponsor us, I will gladly accept.
Listen,
I'm
loose cannon.
good.
Drinking your shit. You see how much I love it? Look.
Sucking it down. Suck it down,
Great.
big man. Suck it
it
down. But, yeah.
Speaking of which, need to send Stone Cold a Stern's worded email.
Oh, you couldn't find none in the
I
store?
didn't this week.
I don't. Is that his fault or is that the store's fault?
His name's on it.
Yes,
It's his responsibility.
but they have to
I like his shit.
They have to order.
If I couldn't buy it, who's that on?
They have to order shit.
I mean,
And really, can you get mad at Stone Cold Steve Austin?
he didn't send a truck to my house.
Just give me a hell yeah.
Stone Cold, send me a shipment. I drink your shit. You seen it.
He gonna drive a beer truck to Cliff's house and then kick Cliff in the stomach and it's a stunner.
I would let him record that. I'm okay with
That
that.
should be awesome.
Stone Cold, you alright with me?
Hey,
I was a fan of yours as a performer. I love your beer. Okay.
That John would be funny though to see Cliff get stunned. Stone Cold show up in a beer truck.
I pay for it.
That sponsorship.
It's well worth it.
Okay. See? There it is.
Well worth it.
I'll take one for the team.
But yeah. Ooh, yeah. So, we'll be coming back in a couple weeks.
Hopefully.
Well, ain't nobody gonna cancel us. Well, actually, I want to talk about some of this COVID nonsense, but if we do, the way I'm gonna take it is we'll get deplatformed. So I'm gonna leave that alone.
I got some thoughts on that myself.
Yeah. So maybe we'll dance around.
we might touch
we
that.
might dance around in another second, but just,
Right.
just you know.
Or,
And,
or maybe this whole Pride Month.
whoa.
Whoa. And on that one, we'll
I got
be-
some thoughts on that too.
But
Just saying.
check out my friend the Burn After Reading podcast. Check out Jackson the Killer.
Was that Brady?
That's Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They review reviews, which is it's actually pretty entertaining.
Okay.
Burn After Reading. Jackson the Killer over there, who's not paying any attention to what the fuck
No.
we're doing.
No, not at all.
You got something going on? No.
Nothing?
Regionals next weekend.
Regional track meet, although he's injured.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So yeah. That's it.
Yep.
I think so.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.